Members, traders, YouTubers, hey, welcome. We've got some pretty exciting news and events that's going on with the Aussie dollar. So I'm going to start out by just talking about the news events that's going to be coming out here. We've had some going on for the U.S. We've had the non-farm, the ADP come out for the U.S. And then we also had the FOMC meeting minutes. But I'm going to be showing you everybody a chart of the Aussie dollar, but I want you to take a look right here at 5:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 Eastern Time. We're going to be having the building approval for the Australian dollar come out. So here in about 10 minutes, we should see some pretty good movement in the market. I've got a position that I currently got triggered into right now, so we'll get to that. But speaking of the news, one thing I want to let everybody know about is the ebook that I had written. It's on my website, the myfundingroom.com website. It's only $7.99, but it has a lot of great information that I had written in the book about where to get your education. Of course, you can get one-on-one coaching from me, 4 sessions or 10 sessions of one-on-one coaching with all of my proprietary trade strategies, setups, so on and so forth. But a lot of great information. I've been getting a lot of excellent feedback from people who have purchased my ebook, and they've all said it's well worth the $7.99. So I definitely encourage everybody to check it out. Go ahead and purchase it, because inside of the ebook I do talk about how to interpret the news, and it goes really well with what's going on with the news for this week. And so I'm going to go over to the chart here and just give you guys an idea of what's happening here with the Aussie dollar. Now this chart right here, this is the 4-hour chart. I have it zoomed out, but we're looking at a double bottom right here. Now this first the first bottom here was from earlier in the week. This was actually Sunday evening, early Monday morning here in the U.S. So price dropped down, made a low for the week, and then it shot up and then created the high for the week. Then we have price coming right back down, and this happened during Tuesday's Asian session. Tuesday's Asian session, Wednesday's London session, where price dropped, came back down to that 80 price level, bottomed out, and now it's coming back up. And if we look over here, this chart here is our 15-minute chart, but we've got a lot of good resistance right here. That price is starting to break through on this resistance level. So I would look for price to start heading back up into maybe the 80.50 level, 8100 level on the Aussie dollar. Come back up here and start testing the weekly highs again. We're right. So if we take a look at the 1-hour chart, we're just above the open for the week. So we can start to have some bullish sentiment on it. But you can see a clear picture on this 1-hour chart of our double bottom. Right here's our first one, here's our second one, then we've got our neckline up here. So we can look for a trading range up in this area, somewhere about the 8100, 85 level, somewhere up in here. Now on the 15-minute chart, I did get put into a buy position based off of my setup bar, which the setup bar was right here, and then I got triggered into it 1 pip. Well, actually, I got put into it. I got filled 2 pips above my setup bar. I typically I set my entry 1 pip above the setup bar, but that's not too bad. And then I've got my stop below the pivot or the price failure. So I'm going to pause this, and as news comes out, because it's going to be coming out here in about 5 minutes, and I want you to see how this trade will unfold, and being able to take advantage of the volatility with the news based off of just looking at price, not really looking at what the outcome of the news event, because that's what I talk about inside of my ebook, is how to actually interpret the news. The way that you can accurately assess what price is going to be doing when news comes out. And it's not based off of what the outcome of the news event is. It's based off of where the overall trend is going, whether it's up, down, or sideways, and how you can react to that news. So I'll be back here in just a minute, and then we'll conclude on this trade setup. Okay, we're back on the trade setup. My entry on this buy order based off the news was at 80.44. Price is currently at 80.64, 80.65, so it's starting to head up. I'm going to look for price to be getting up into that, like I said before, about the 80, 85 level, maybe up into the 8100 level. So we're going to just let price do its thing here over the next few minutes and just see what happens, and then we'll look to go ahead and close out the trade here. But this particular trade setup, I start to talk about it in my ebook, give you guys an idea as to, like I said, how to actually interpret the news, what goes on with it, how to identify whether price is going to be heading in one direction or another, or whether it's just going to be doing nothing. So, like I said, definitely encourage you guys to check it out. It's only $7.99, but inside the training, I go into a lot more specific detail on how to identify an exact entry on your trade setups, because I know for a trader out there, that is by far the most difficult thing to do, is to know exactly where you should be getting into a trade and where your stop loss should be. And those are the two components that I focus on the most with my trading and anybody that I teach, is where your exact entry order is going to be placed and where you should be putting your stop loss. The rest, as far as the development of the trade, the patterns, all of that, that all falls into place as time goes by. But you can really enhance your trading and really increase the performance and the overall percentages and profits that you're making just by knowing exactly where you're going to be putting your entry order and where you're going to be putting your stop. So go ahead and check out the training courses. I'll put a link here in the video so that you guys can check it out. And go ahead, if you guys have any questions, go ahead and ask me. I'm more than open to answering any questions you guys have or anything like that. But we can see price is slowly starting to creep up there. We'll take a look. I'm going to pause this real quick. We'll come back once we can close out this trade. So I'll be back here just in a little bit. All right, I'm back. So we're going to wrap this trade up. It's taken a little bit longer than what I had wanted it to get up into our 85.80 level. That's okay. We're currently up. So we got in at 80.44 and it's at 80.66. So we're up 22 pips. I put the trade in. It was about 55 minutes ago. So I cooked up some dinner and did what I needed to. I'll close this trade out now. After I close it out, I'm going to go back and discuss with you what the outcome of the news announcement is, so that you can see why it's not important what the outcome is, as long as you understand what price is doing and in being able to interpret it the way that I interpret the news. So if we look at on the Aussie dollar, the building approval, month over month, it's up 7.5%. So in other words, the government had allowed that percentage of approvals for construction and building, which is under their eyes good for the economy, which is what's driving that particular currency up in that direction. So that's why I say it's not the outcome of the news announcement that we need to look for. We just need to know when the news announcement's coming out so that we can get prepared for it. And then as we look at our technicals, we know how to be able to set it up and be able to identify which way price is going. And that's what I do cover in my ebook. So like I said, go ahead and pick it up. It's a great buy. Also, if you have any questions about the coaching, the trade setups, the trade strategy, go ahead and let me know. But we'll go ahead and conclude this for tonight. Appreciate everybody watching, and then we'll be doing, I'd say probably one, maybe two more videos here for this week, and give you guys some market updates and wrap up. So until the next video, take care, and we'll see you then.